What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Mandalorian video. Now there will be spoilers for the latest episode of The Mandalorian, and we will pepper in some predictions moving forward. So Katie Sackhoff has portrayed Bo-Katan once more, the legendary Mandalorian who I discussed briefly in my Mandalorian video yesterday, which you can check out on my channel. She seems to be on hard times after the Great Purge, which we are still yet to see in Star Wars. And before we start, yes, it's weird she looks the same age, despite Obi-Wan somehow aging like 50 years. Now, Bo-Katan was born into House Kryze, one of the great houses of Mandalore, and had a sister called Satine, who grew up to be the Duchess of Mandalore. They both also had a nephew called Corky Kryze, and the sisters had fundamental differences in how New Mandalore should be governed, with Satine leading the planet in a pacifist way, being the leader of the whole damn thing. But Bo wanted to return to their old ways, and, well, that wasn't going to fly with Satine, so she joined a group called the Death Watch, who wanted to bring about a change to the government and have them be the warrior race they were before. This is currently what Din, our Mandalorian, is in. He's a child of the Watch, which is seemingly a different version or a splinter group of the Death Watch. And this terrorist organization back in the day, during the Clone Wars, was led by Pre Vizsla, the former ruler of the moon of Mandalore, Concordia. She was his right-hand man and even had her own Special Forces elite group called the Night Owls. Vizsla was actually exiled from Concordia after being exposed as the leader of the Death Watch, and this led him to have an absolute hatred for the Jedi, Obi-Wan. Hello there. Now, Dooku was supporting the group until they failed to take over Mandalore once more, and was sought out by an enemy of Dooku to unite, and the enemy Bonteri arrived with Ahsoka Tano, only for Tano to enter conflict with Bo-Katan and the Death Watch. This was a vital blow to the Death Watch's sort of legitimacy and their plans at least. Now later the Death Watch actually left their base and they found an escape pod, and inside the escape pod were two lightsabers. There was also Darth Maul and Savage Opress, who became Dooku's apprentice, who was also a Zabrak like Darth Maul and was a Dathomirian Knight brother. Yes, there is so much to go into that should be another video all the same, and I did cover all of this in my Clone Wars videos on my channel. Now, Bo actually wanted to kill them, but the Zabraks, who have so much story behind them, said that they hate Jedis, and they team up to plan to take over the Mandalorian throne. Now, to do this, Maul went on to assemble an army and tear across the galaxy, creating the Shadow Collective. That's similar to what he was doing in the earth-shattering cameo in Solo, A Star Wars Story. He and his fellow Sith Savage Opress went around with the Death Watch and took over the Black Sun syndicates, and Bo even helped them secure the support of Jabba the Hutt and the other Hutts, so they had more resources to take back Mandalore. Maul's Shadow Collective then attacked Mandalore to make the Duchess look weak with attacks on the capital. This was a false flag operation as Pre Vizsla and the Death Watch fought against the Collective as the people supported Vizsla as they were getting rid of these criminals and these attackers on Mandalore. He was then planted as the leader of Mandalore, with the current rulers including Satine actually jailed. After this, Maul was shackled by Bo once his plan ran its course, but he escaped prison and, well, he challenged Vizsla to a duel for control of the planet as per Mandalorian tradition. Maul won, splitting the Mandalorians in two, leading to Maul loyalists who I would probably call Mauldalorians, and, well, also the Death Watch and the Night Owls. Now, part of them, the people who didn't join Maul, left and they refused to accept Maul as they escaped the planet. She would later join her nephew, Corky, to spring Satine from prison, realising that she needs to take down Maul and put her back in charge as there is now a Mandalorian civil war, only for Satine to be executed. Now, while this was all going on, Obi-Wan was here on a rogue mission. He sort of had a relationship thing with Satine, leading to the somewhat hypocrisy of him hating the Anakin's relationship with Padme there. Now, while this was going on, the Jedi Council would not intervene, which is why Obi-Wan sort of went rogue here. Later, she went into exile as she did lose the Civil War and hitting raids on Maul's interests across the galaxy. Now, later on, she would eventually find Ahsoka Tano and convince her to help them restore Mandalore, and thus became the Siege of Mandalore, one of my favourite pieces of Star Wars media. Bo used the lure of Darth Maul to get the Jedis on side, and Maul was actually captured during the siege in an ancient relic her ancestors used to capture Force users. As you must remember, Mandalorians and Jedis are actually ancient enemies until a Mandalorian became a Jedi. Yes, that is all to come. And if you did want to watch that, that is part of the last few episodes of the final season of Clone Wars on Disney+, so you can go and check that out. Now, after the Siege of Mandalore, she was actually named Regent of Mandalore, but post-Order 66, the Empire stayed, and they occupied Mandalore because, well, they then turned into the Empire. But she refused to do the Empire's dirty work and was replaced by a member of the clan Saxon and was forcefully abdicated. 20 years later, the clan Wren openly rebelled against clan Saxon, and this now is during Star Wars Rebels. And they searched for someone to wield the Darksaber to unite all of Mandalore. Bo helped Sabine Wren with the Rebels, and the Rebels kind of helped a bit there to take the planet back, and they also had to destroy a weapon that Sabine made that would target Mandalorian armor. Bo would then be given the Darksaber after this, and she ruled over to Mandalore. However, sometime after this, the Great Purge happened. The Empire believed Mandalore to be ungovernable. Bo lost her Darksaber as Moff Gideon is now the owner, and, well, she is planning, post-Battle of Endor, to take the planet back. She is hitting Imperial remnant forces to get weapons to take the planet back, and that made her cross paths with the child and your boy, Din. Yes, I'm very excited to see where this goes, and I expect them to join forces at the end of the season to take out Moff Gideon, and I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm giddy with excitement. But yes, that was a whistle-stop tour, and I really recommend checking out the Clone Wars and Rebels, as they're absolutely superb. But that is it for this video. Please do drop a like down below. Please do subscribe with notifications on, and I'll see you soon, and goodbye.